Hey Sugar Snaps, welcome to part 3 in the Scrappy Basket series. Check the description below for all of the previous videos in this series. Since we're on part 3, you'll want to watch those to get your basket set up so you can do this video, this tutorial. Or if you just need a cut and tuck video, this is for you. Thanks for joining me, and let's get started. Since we wove the walls of the basket and have come to the top of our spokes, we're ready to do the cut and tuck. As I promised, that's what we're going to do in today's video. So wet your basket down once again so that it's nice and damp. It's probably dried since the last time you worked on it. Get everything nice and damp, and now allow it to sit and allow that water to soak in for a few minutes, probably about 2 or 3 minutes, to make sure these spokes are nice and pliable before we start working. While you're waiting for those to soak, we can go around and cut away some of these spokes. So all of the spokes that are behind that top weaver, we're going to cut away. So I'm going to come and cut this flush with that top weaver, and because we were doing a twill weave pattern, that's 2 spokes right next to each other. And here where we have 3 spokes here, I'm going to leave 1 in place. So I'm not cutting away 3, I'm just cutting away 1. And I'll have an extra one to tuck in place. So try to pack that row and get these nice and flush with that top weaver. Going around like so. Okay, once those are all cut away, you can throw the scraps in the trash or compost them. And then these have probably soaked long enough now so you can come in, and all of the ones in front, you're gonna fold flush with that top weaver. Right up against that top, sandwiching in place. And this one that I didn't cut on the 3 spoke overlap, I'm gonna fold to the outside so that it's overlapping that top weaver, and then this one will fold to the inside. Like so. Ideally, I would have cut this middle one, but I didn't think of it soon enough. Hey, I wanted to jump in here and tell you about my Basket a Month Club subscription program. You sign up, and for 12 months, I will send you video and written instructional information on how to weave different baskets. So 12 baskets, you learn all the techniques from beginner basketry techniques, expanding into more advanced techniques over the course of 12 months. So each month you'll receive an email with a video tutorial, full comprehensive information on how to weave that month's basket, as well as a photo-filled instructional manual. So it's a great way to get started in basketry. If you're enjoying this series, I suggest checking that out. You can find the information in the description below. I have all of the details on my website, textileindy.com, and you can join me there. Now back to the basket. Okay, so now all of these spokes, I'm going to trim down so that they will go into the basket, and I can tuck this. Move these out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to lift up the rows inside of the basket and tuck this in behind the weavers so that it's held in place and it sandwiches this top row of weaving and gets folded into the basket. So same thing for this one. I'm going to trim this down a bit, lift it up these rows, tuck it in place. And I'm trimming and folding and tucking all of these ends in. And what this does is hold the top row of weaving in place, and therefore all following rows or rows below that, and holds the structure of the basket in place so that when we get to the rim's going to sandwich over this top row and the cut and tuck spokes that we're working on right now, and hold the entire basket together. So that's how we get the nice secure structure of a basket, is doing this fold over, cut and tuck, and then finishing off the top with a nice rim. Okay, and this guy I'm going to do to the outside, so I'll cut this flush with that bottom row so that it doesn't show. Lift these rows here and just go over that top row and behind the rest so it hides to the outside and doesn't show under these rows here. So then you have a little end sticking out here. I'm going to tuck this under that previous row like so and trim this down a little bit more. And that is how to do cut and tuck. Be sure to check back next week for the next video in this series, Scrappy Baskets and Weaving Your Own Basket. Check the description below for the blog post with all of the tools, materials, and resources in this series. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for joining me. Bye.